What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's early fall, and you guys know what that means. We have water temps dropping, big bass moving up shallow out of their summer haunts, and we're excited to get after it. So today I'm going to detail a few of the key baits that help me get a lot more bites in the fall. The benefits this time of year is that we're able to throw a lot more moving baits than we can in the summer. When those bass get really deep, more lethargic, it's really hard to get them to come up and eat a crankbait, eat a swim bait. But this time of year, we can go shallow and power fish, which is one of my favorite things to do. So to get started, we're going to talk about the two soft plastics that I'm going to keep throwing in the fall. I've been throwing them all summer long, and these two are fish catchers. So first off, we have the drop minnow from Great Lakes Finesse. I don't know if you guys can see that, but and this bait is very small. It has a matte finish, simulate more of a bait fish style look. This color is their green pumpkin purple gold flake. I love this color all summer long, and I have that paired with a 3/16 ounce Dirty Jigs guppy head, one of my favorite heads to throw. Second off, we have your Strike King Baby Z2, and this is another really good bait fish imitator that you're actually able to simulate dying bait fish with in the fall. And I have that paired with a 3/16 ounce Kitech ball head. Getting into the moving baits. So this time of year, moving baits are going to be more prominent on windy days, days where there's cold nights, that water temp's cool in the morning, warms up slowly throughout the day again. Start with, we're gonna get into my favorite jerk baits. So my number one jerk bait right now that I've been throwing recently is going to be your Megabass 110 +1 Junior in perch color, and perch is primary forage up north. So however we can simulate that the best way. So this bait gets down a little bit deeper than your standard 110, but I also like the junior size as it simulates kind of a smaller bait fish. I'm a big finesse guy. I like to downsize baits, and I honestly think that smaller baits do often get bigger bites, which may not be the case all the time, but the majority of the time in my experience, that's kind of what I've seen. Next off, we have a couple more. We have your standard 110, and this is kind of a dirtier water color. It's really good on cloudy days, windy days, something where you need those fish to really see that bait. And you know what they say, if it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. And next up, we have a cool one that's actually customizable. This is the Nishine Erie 115 MD. As you guys can see, there's actually on this front hook, there is a trimmable weight. So this weight controls the suspension of the bait. And without it, it's a neutrally buoyant lure. And with the weight, it dives pretty much as far down as you want. You can buy these weights directly from Nishine's website and add them with a split ring to get your bait down as far as you want. So this is a good jerk bait if you got some fish that are still out deeper, as well as being a bigger profile bait. And then last up, we have, or not last up, almost last up. We got a couple crankbaits that are going to be key players in all these lakes up here that have alewives and other kind of smelt-like bait fish. So on cloudy days, first off, I'm going to go with Nishine Chippewa DD Bladed Edition. So you guys saw Ben Nowak and I throwing this bait on Lake St. Clair this spring. It's really good for stained water and anything where you need that extra flash and vibration in order to pull those fish in. Bait's also really good. It has a nice wide wobble, and a lot of guys do like a tighter wobble this time of year to generate those reaction strikes, but I think it actually sways a bit to the side and covers a bit more water than a normal crankbait would. And then this is going to be your Nishine Chippewa RB, which is a similar style crankbait. It's almost a square bill, not quite. It's got a rounded bill on it, but it acts like a square bill. It deflects off that hard cover, which is really what we're going to be focusing on this time of year. If I can find rock or wood in 4 to 10 feet of water, you know, those fish are going to be on that hard. So another great bait fish imitator. As you see, Mr. Nishine does an excellent job with his bait design. They're all really realistic. Props to him on that. And then we have a lipless crankbait. This is the Simcoe 75HW, meaning it's the heavyweight model. It sinks a lot faster than the other Simcoe models. Try to get this in focus. Okay, never mind. But this is a great bait this is a great lipless crankbait for popping it off structure and popping it out of the weeds. Simulates a dying bait fish, falls really fast. You can cover a lot of water with it. Lipless crankbaits are an awesome thing to fish with in the fall. They get a lot of bites. And then last up, a classic, a Michael Cross Work to Fish classic. Also shout out to Nick Lloyd. Nick Lloyd loves these. We have the Nichols half-ounce spinnerbait in chartreuse and white. That's all I need to say. This is a great bait. It catches fish, especially on those really cloudy days. But that's enough of covering baits. We're gonna go put some of these to use and try to catch some big fish for you guys. Enjoy. That's a good one, good. Oh, definitely not a giant, but it's a fall smallmouth. On one of my favorite techniques. Nice. Garmin Live Scope, which is not as much the goal of fishing this time of year. You know, I'm trying to power fish, but they seem to be really short striking the jerk bait, and you know, sometimes that's just the way it goes. You gotta finesse a little bit, put some extra scent on, something to get the job done. All right, bye, buddy. Thank you very much. Oh, I cannot believe I missed that one on camera. That fish came up like 10 feet in front of us, watched him eat it. All right, well, I don't know how many bites I've missed on the jerkbait today, but these guys sure are getting fat. And that is fun. Later, Gator. Wow, they are just following it all over the boat. It's fun to see. All right, well, another little guy, but that's okay. We are having a ball. Oh, bummer. Oh man, I don't think it gets much better than this. Ooh, big old largemouth. Big old meanie greenie. How cool is that? Fun fish, guys. That's a good one, good. Oh, giant. Stay on, baby. Oh, that was such a bad sequence of events. It couldn't have gone any poorer, but that's okay. That was fun. All right, guys, one more bait I want to talk about real quick this time of year. It's going to be your square bill style bait, and these evergreens. This is the olive craw color. It's a CR8, I believe. Yes, a CR8. It's an 8-foot diver. I love it. Love it for those shallow flats. And you guys see I'm catching them pretty much on that sand to like short grass transition to the patchy stuff. And they are coming up and just killing this thing. Like right next to the boat too. It doesn't even matter. They'll see the boat, pitch back to them, and they'll come up and eat it right away. So you guys need to get your hands on one of these. They're not making the CR style anymore, I believe, but they have some very, very similar square bills that work just as well. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I appreciate the support. God bless.